Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin and Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at both charts. We can currently see that both cryptos, or especially Bitcoin currently, has been dropping since the last video. That was all expected, as we have talked about a potential retest of resistance and then a consequential drop to the downside. That is exactly how it has now turned out to be. This is the Bitcoin chart. For our chart, we can see that so in the last few videos, we talked about this channel here to the upside, a potential bear flag, okay? Descending wedge or just channel, however you want to call it. I go to the 1 hour chart and you can see it. This is what happened. Yesterday in the video, we talked about this resistance level here, which was before resistance and support as well at 39.7, 39.8K. We then said that the price could move up to this level and probably will do a retest. And from here then could move down if the retest is successful. Now the retest was successful. We first saw a drop out of this descending wedge to the downside. Then again, that was expected this morning, a retest of this descending wedge as well. That happened, and then we saw, as expected, the move down. In this case, today we dropped all the way down to 38K, 38.1K, to that previous support here. In my view, only a small support level. Nothing too major, but we have run out of steam to the downside already, and we're going to take a look at that in a second. But based on that and the way how impulsive this is all coming down here, I would expect further downside for Bitcoin in the next few days as well. We need to break below here, especially this low, 34.5K. We need to lose that one. The next support level that I've got here looking at is, however, 36.7K. It was support before, yeah, but if we move below that, then we've got the next support at 34.5, and then we've got 33. And after that, I think we can get fairly quickly into my yellow target area here that we've been on that we have had on the chart for over 2 months now, since November pretty much. So I still expect further downside potential. Yeah, this for me is not looking bullish what we're doing here. This just looks very corrective, and even though I primarily expect here further downside, we should not lose sight of that alternative scenario when should Bitcoin break above 46.5K, we can expect further upside, yeah, potentially all the way up to 65K. Before then the price is going to turn around. This is all based on Fibonacci levels in such a move up, but at the moment it's looking more like that we are heading down straight away, and I would primarily also expect that, basically because the indicators are showing that. I mean, why do we currently find support here? I think we find support where we currently are because we have been exhausted. Yeah, so on the 1 hour chart, you can see that from up here, from around 45K, the RSI started to drop, and then first the RSI and then the price started to drop. Yeah, that was basically this bearish divergence that we talked about as well when we looked at the chart up here. So we had a bearish divergence. As a result, the price then started to drop, massively oversold. We then did recover. Yeah, so you saw that here on the chart as well, this kind of recovery phase. And now we have found resistance at the 50 level in the bearish range of the RSI and dropped again. But again, we are now oversold. So what happens? You have to recover a little bit. That could happen through just sideways movement or a little bit of a price increase. That will bring the RSI up again, possibly all the way up to 50 before you can then drop again. I think the downside potential, as long as the RSI is so low, is fairly limited. Same on the 4 hour chart, also here limited downside potential. There was only a quick recovery here, nothing too major before we dropped again. We oversold again, so just running out of steam. Yeah, I'm not talking about a large recovery here, but I'm talking about, yeah, something like that we saw here from the 5th to the 6th of March. A little bit of a recovery because you just oversold. I'm not talking about a large recovery because on the daily chart, we still have a lot of room for further downside, okay? We are not oversold here at all. We're currently at around 44 on the RSI on the daily chart, and you can drop all the way down to, yeah, 20 maybe, yeah? And that can take the price certainly into the target area, I would say, yeah? And this could turn out in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I don't think this will happen overnight, this move down. It will take a little bit of time, but yeah, maybe we are finally there here and can really start that last leg down. You can see here on the MACD also a bearish crossover becoming more and more visible now, and also the stochastic RSI is showing further downside potential. So all of that tells me we can expect further downside, but of course nothing is guaranteed, and we also need to be aware of that alternative scenario. At the moment though, the way the price is coming down is looking really impulsive, and what is coming up here to the upside is rather looking corrective. Okay, so look at how steep the price is coming down. Very strong, very impulsive. That's what I've been looking for. It's finally here, and could be an interesting next week full of volatility. Cardano can't really add much. Cardano pretty much still in the same state as in the previous video. It didn't really drop since the last video, whereas Bitcoin did. Cardano did hold quite steadily at around 84-85 cents. So again, I would still here, if that 84-cent level is broken, I would expect another drop that could then take Cardano down to around 75 cents. That is the previous low here from the 24th of February. Yeah, that is from where we currently are, I guess around 10% or something. Yeah, 11%. So, you know, nothing pretty obvious that this is going to happen if Bitcoin drops further. Again, you see further this sort of head and shoulders pattern we talked about in the earlier video. Talked about this neckline here being at 84 cents. And again, if you just drop a little bit more, then this head and shoulders pattern turns out and you can drop to 75 cents. Certainly, that would be the next logical support, but I would also not be surprised if we break this to the downside. Now, that was only a quick update about Bitcoin and Cardano, but just want to make you aware and update you about this price drop, what happened, and that we can probably now expect a little bit of a recovery before we drop further. But the downside potential still is there as per the indicators, and also, as you know, the Elliott Wave count for me suggests that we should see further drops. However, I can't tell you if we, at any point in time, we could see this alternative scenario play out if Bitcoin drops, moves above 46.5K. But my view is we're now, of course, further away from it, and it looks like rather that we can expect further downside straight away and not go up first and then come down. Okay, this has been my primary scenario anyway throughout, and I will keep that my primary scenario until we finally get into this target area. Okay, yeah, hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button and subscribe and leave a comment as well. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership for access to the Discord server, the Telegram live chat, and a weekly live stream. Today, later at 5 o'clock UK time, we've got another live stream. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.